Welcome back. I am Dr. Ruckus, and today is my first day playing Magic in 2 weeks. I pre-recorded 14 videos before flying home for the holidays. Just got back, still jet lagged, feels like it's 3 a.m., but here we are today back on it playing Selesnya Enchantments. We have access to a couple new cards here from the Brothers War. Number one is Audacity, a 1-mana enchantment or enchant creature. It gets +2/+0 and has Trample. When Audacity is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. Not bad, cantrips a little bit like the Spirited Companion, except the creature has to die first to get that card draw. But more importantly, it's a very cheap enchantment, which triggers all of our enchantment triggers and synergies, and also gives a creature Trample. That's pretty good. That means instead of just having to rely on drawing into a Kami of Transience, beef it up and then swing through with Trample to get past your opponent's Mono White or Azoria Soldiers wide boards. You can now throw Audacity on any of your large creatures and have some pretty successful trades, right? If they don't block, you get them for a lot of damage. If they do block, we still have Trample, and if they triple block or whatever to trade off, we still get the card draw off of the Audacity trigger. So not bad at all. Now, in order to make space for that, we did make some contentious cuts. I actually cut 2 copies of Circle of Confinement and 2 copies of Borrowed Time to fit 4 copies of Audacity in here. Seems sus to cut our only removal in the deck for it, but honestly, these stats on untap.gg so that there is a pretty significantly higher win rate when playing Audacity versus the removal spell, so I figured I'd give it a try, and quite honestly, it was pretty successful today. I think this deck really is meant to be a very low-to-the-ground aggressive deck, and so tilting the curve even more towards the 1-drop slot and adding in some more aggressive power did pretty well. The other card we have access to, which really makes a lot of difference, is now we have access to the green-white Painland Rushland. It just fixed the mana base so well and is significantly better in our aggro deck versus the slow tap land green-white mana source that gains you 1 life instead. So both these are interesting upgrades to the deck. Enjoy the gameplay. Let's dive right in. Opponent goes first. Nice opening hand here. Mana could be interesting. We're a bit bottlenecked on green. Start with the Visitor. Most likely into the Weaver. Nothing to copy with it, but does power up the Visitor at least. Okay, Esper Underdog. Another Visitor. Well, we could go double Visitor. Not very mana efficient, though. I think we just drop the Weaver here. No attacks. Looks like we're just on like a Tilda plan. We have plenty of land. Rafine, okay. The attack, let's see if they put the counter there. Yeah, it makes trading really awkward. No blocks. Eat 4. I think we're playing out you. Are you only a 2/2, really? No, you're a 3/3. So they can attack with both? That's not very good. We could look for removal here. We can't target Rafine anyway. Could do nothing. Hold a Ganja, they power it up. I think our hope is they don't have removal. Thing is, if we're not going to block with you, might as well attack, right? Send you guys in there. They get 1 free chump. They take 2. It's not looking good, though. They're on the play. Attack first. Let's see where they put the counters. They put it there. So they discard 2 non-lands. They get to attack for free. We drop down by 7 to 9. Yeah, they make it actually only a 2/5. So we will attempt this block here. We could also block the Underdog, which is kind of interesting. But I think we want to keep this guy around. Let's see if they also have a Ganjo. Or the Emperor. They don't. Interesting. Do nothing. So that's weird. If they had Wandering Emperor, they would have given it first strike, right? I guess they couldn't protect it, so now they want a Emperor on the way back. Okay, so that means we start with a Commune here. And we look for a way not to get Emperored. Guess we're taking the Companion. We could hold the Ganjo and block. That doesn't really work. Okay. That's not bad. That deals with the Rafine. So attack like this. If they want a Wandering Emperor, you can make a 2/2 and pick off you. Let's just attack like this. Right, so it is the Emperor. And they hope to exile the Catilda, but we won't give that to them. Go ahead and exile the Weaver. It's not the end of the world. 5th land. They have Farewell here, and they exile all enchantments. Actually, it's not completely devastating. Alright. 3/6 first striker. Well, it's pretty good. They probably have backup Emperor here. So if we attack this turn, they can probably still exile the Catilda. The other option is to kill the underdog with the Catilda. And then play it back as the enchantment side. Let's make them have it. Let's see if they want to tap out here at all. If they don't, then they do have the next Emperor, which is pretty annoying. But let's make them have it. Alright, so they have the next Emperor as well, which sucks. There's nothing we can do about that. We get to circle the Rafine after combat. Maybe a Ganja the other one. Probably should have played Circle before combat, but we'll see what happens here. Yeah, probably could have played Circle before combat, get all the triggers. Let's try it like this. We'll see the next Emperor here, I suspect. Maybe not. Odoar the Catilda. Okay. Interesting.
Years of training for this.
So, I think I want to circle the Rafine more than anything. We just lose though, right? Circle the underdog instead. Do they have a counter spell here? So if we circle the Rafine, we don't have enough mana to do anything else. If we play Catilda, we can Agancho the underdog? They didn't have anything there. So we could circle the underdog now. And chump block the Rafine if we had to. Yeah, I think we're just taking the underdog here. Let's just make a large Catilda and hope they don't have removal. Alright. Take the underdog. 7/7 lifelinker. They'd have to drop off 3 cards off Rafine to make it contend with Catilda, or they could just have removal. But we can play it back next turn. So now the question is, can they swing for lethal? Looks like probably not. They could pump you up to a 5/8, which they do. Okay. Alright, well, let's see if they have one more removal spell. It's a Flesh Gorger instead. We're technically still in this. We have enough mana to commune first. Not that it really matters. Right, we have 5. So go ahead and commune. Suppose we'll take the draw here. The Audacity's interesting. I think we're just making the biggest lifelinker we can. So I think we're going here. Nine. To attack, double block, take 5. I think we're attacking. I mean, technically we're ahead in the race. Alright, well, opponent now has to deal with it. They can make a flying blocker in the Denic, or they can just leave the Rafine back. So we don't really have lethal presented. Might have been interesting to pick Audacity to get trampled, but I don't think it's enough. Flash in the underdog. Does not look like lethal to me. I think they just lost here. Wow. Let's see what that last card is. I mean, they can draw into removal too. Draw 3. See if they hit removal. Pretty likely. So if they can remove either of the 1/1s, then we cannot block the menace creature. That's just 10 damage right there. Don't have 2 mana open. I mean, I think we're just jumping here. Take 10. Is there any way they can pump it up by 1 more point of damage? Oh god, I don't know. It's probably not worth the risk, right? We're either gonna win this turn or we're not. I think we're doing it like this because I just don't know. Who knows what like random crap they run in here, right? And we'll make them have their removal spell. See, if they had their removal spell, I think they would have used it. I don't know. Is that game? They get another draw here. Let's see if they have removal now. Ah, we're much smaller off that. I forgot about that. Okay. So we start here. See if we can get up to 12. That's a good start. That's it, right? That's enough. We can't cast Borrowed Time because of the ward costs. Either we pay 3, pay 5 and die. But that's lethal. So, let's go. All right. That was a good one. Opponent goes first. Got some ramp and good mana. Let's go. Up against Endymion. Endymion on soldiers. Classic. Okay. We even hit the 1-drop. I don't think we need Procedure here. I think we're fine to actually just play it out. Get the Visitor down on 1. Most likely the Naturalist on 2. And put some Michiko's Reign of Truth on it, hopefully. Swing in for some lifelink damage. Alright, well, that'll counteract our discount effect off the Naturalist. No blocks. I think we keep our resources here. They have pretty good attacks this turn. But then hopefully after that... Yeah, I'll put it here. Hopefully after that things get a little bit better. So we can go Companion plus Michiko this turn. Swing for a lot of lifelink damage. See if they Cathar us. They don't. Sky Strike Officer. How big is this guy gonna get? We can go 3, 4, 5, something like 8. We should be able to get through no matter what, I think. Another Companion, though. Start with the draw. Let's get a large lifelinker. Take the draw. Weaver. That's interesting. Could go Weaver plus Companion this turn instead. And then copy Michiko next turn. That's a little bit overkill because it's just going to chump block anyway. So maybe that's unnecessary. I think we just start swinging with the first of these guys. Okay. Should be plenty big to start swinging. We'll see if they Cathar us next turn, but they didn't show us it's us. They didn't show us it this turn. Opponent eats 7, no chump blocks. I guess I want to keep their resources around for a Morel or a Sky Strike Officer tap. They're eyeing the Officer. Alright, they get to do it. Get the card draw. Now here would be a... they hit the Cathar. That's too bad. This would be a night. That would have been a nice point to hit the Trample Audacity, but make it work. Swinging just for 2. Alright, they're playing the long game. Why not? When your aggro deck can draw you cards every turn. Definitely not salty. Put it on the Visitor in case we swing through. Borrow time is expensive. We might need to borrow time the Officer, actually. I don't think we need the Naturalist back without all its counters. But, nope, don't want to do that. But this Officer is providing them a way to get back in the game. I think we take you out. Provides a steady stream of chump blockers and draws, which is a little ridiculous. I think they'd trade everything for the 5/5. I think we're okay if that happens. Let's see how much they want to trade off here. Chump? Okay. Good deal. Is it Morel time? Maybe a backup Cathar? Siege Veteran, okay. Swing all, it's fine. Blocks here. Down to 16. Another chump blocker. They're down to 2 cards. More land for us. We get the Portrait of Michiko, which is going to be a good blocker for us. We can start with the draw here. See what happens. Probably play out the next Michiko. Not sure. This is our main attacker right now. We'll keep putting you here for now. Backup Weaver. We could just play a single Weaver and copy Michiko next turn. I like that a little bit better. I'll make you 1 bigger. Alright, so you're swinging through pretty easily. You can also get in there. They trade the Officer, they get a 1/1 out of the deal though. For our Spirited Companion. I don't know if that's worth it. Let's at least make the next Michiko bigger by keeping the enchantment around. So get their free block basically. Get a 1/1. Slight downgrade from the 2/1. At least does not have a draw ability on top. Audacity would be huge here. Start threatening them with trample damage every turn. They get another veteran. They're going to have a lot of blockers now. They just need to leave back 1 non-token soldier to chump and then create 2 1/1s out of it. So we really need trample. But at least we have a nice blocker in the form of the Michiko. They attack here, it implies a Ganjo as the last card. Because they get the 1 mana discount because they have a legendary creature in the form of Thalia. But it looks like perhaps not. More land, okay. Well, we can go Weaver plus Michiko copy. It's fine. How do we want to do this? I think we want to leave back 1 blocker for them. So we could leave back Michiko and start sending in the companions. I'm okay with that. I don't want to lose the visitor anymore. Alright, let's target you. And let's copy the effect. Auto paste fine. Okay. They say good game. Yeah, well, let's see it. They can still pump out some decent blockers, but then it starts to get significantly worse next turn. Okay, 1 chump there. We didn't threaten lethal. Okay, they lose a veteran. They don't drop off the frontliner, which is pretty weird, right? You'd think they'd pitch a frontliner over a veteran. Not sure why they would make that move. They swing all. That's a little bit weird. And they scoop. Okay, yeah, they just... they were over it. They were over that game. Fair enough. We can do double copies next turn. Great land on the play. Pan land coming in super handy here. Start here, get the visitor down. Then we'll decide between the naturalist for the ramp or the kami for the growth. Red. Okay. Kumano. Well, I think I like prioritizing kami against red. 1, because if they remove it, it's very easy to get back. And 2, if we outscale their removal, they're in pretty big trouble. The naturalist is nice because if you can make a nice life linker, then that also kind of gets them out of the game. So we're in a good matchup here in general. And they're a little bit bottlenecked on red here. See if that bites them in the butt at all. You have the Firebrand. It comes in as a 4/2. So we're not doing any blocking. We prefer to get to attacking this turn. We can double up here. Might just go all on the kami. We can try the life linker. They might just pick it off. We can try that, I think. Swing in like this. So we start the race off. And we hope the naturalist survives double removal this turn. Then we need untapped red and lightning strike and play with fire. Stormseeker instead. Alright. I think we're doing okay then. Because the naturalist can block either the Kumano or the... Oh, they can put it on the Firebrand, actually. So that might have been a mistake there, because now we can block with the naturalist. Or they're just going to play defensive regardless. I think they realized the mistake there. It's not necessarily a mistake, but I think they maybe intended to make the naturalist unable to block, and they put the plus on the Stormseeker. That's what I'm figuring is happening through all the clicking around. Okay, that's nice. Keeps the plan moving. So where are we putting the counters? We could put it on the kami, trade everything off. It's not bad. Otherwise, well, we make a 5/5 lifelinker, and they trade it with 2 other things. I think the kami's more annoying. Could even get the Weaver in there. I think everyone's getting in there. They're just all pretty solid attacks. Alright, they decide to trade with the lifelinker, and they trade with the Weaver. So we're left over with a 7/7 Trampler, which they probably cannot deal with in mono red. Alright, they stick to it. They have a 2/3. It does not block the 7/7 well. Nor does that. So they're chumping with at least 1 this turn to prevent them from lethal. And we're just hitting land here on our side. So just attacking in like this. Let's just check for lethal real quick. So they have 5, so that's 2 damage there. We don't have lethal. Okay. If they double block this, we'd get in for 2. And then we get in for 5 total if we attacked with the other 2. Alright, yeah, we can play out one of these lands. Flip to night side. Okay, move to combat. They can always power up the Mishra's Foundry for 2 more points of blocking, which is probably what we're going to see this turn. If they do that. Oh man, more land. I don't think we send everyone in there. I guess we just send the Kami, and they go block. They can't go block Lightning Strike. They have to go block Mishra's Foundry and Lightning Strike. I think if we wanted to spend more time thinking, we could try to figure out all the cards they could possibly have in hand and see if we actually could get lethal by attacking with the Weaver and the Visitor here. So they can go double block here, only take 1, and then Lightning Strike the Kami. And so if that was the only way to survive this turn, maybe we should have attacked with the Weaver and the Visitor. But honestly, I'm jet lagged, and it's supposedly 3 a.m. for my body, so I'm just going to attack and see what happens. All right. Sure. They drop to 1. We're left off with 2 creatures. Let's see if they can pull it out. One of them's a land, though, so that looks like lethal. They can draw into nothing here. Removal spell or creature does not do it. It takes a draw anyway. It is futile. Yay. Yeah, that we had a great opening hand with clean mana. We flooded out after that, but the opening hand was solid against mono red. Kind of a weird keep. But we can commune into land, if nothing else. We don't have to commune into a Weaver target. Ooh, mono blue, and we're on the draw. So we're not the first one. We'd love to have gotten a creature underneath. I think we're going to look for a white mana source here. Been a negate. I think we take the land. I mean, Circle of Confinement's our only answer to the Djinn, right? Do we have to take that? We probably have to have an answer to the Djinn. We'll hope to hit land organically or with the next Commune of Spirits, but I don't think we can pass that up. Alright, well, probably attempt a Weaver here. Could go Commune plus a Visitor, actually. Try to hit that 3rd land mana source. We'd actually prefer if they make Disappear You and let the Commune stick. That's fine. So we get the Commune. I would take more land or more removal. Okay, I think it's land here. Gotta hit that 3rd mana source. Well, we're in the game, but we're gonna have some limited options. Ooh, opponent's stuck on land. That feels good. Okay. So who do we want you to counter here? I think we're pretty happy if you counter one of these Weavers, so we'll drop one of these now. Let it resolve. All right. Creature on the board. They could bounce it. How painful is that? There's stick, I think. I don't think we run that into Fading Hope. It's going to be hard to find a point where they tap out. Oh, but they're stuck. Oh, this is fantastic. All right. I mean, if we're greedy and we get the Naturalist in there, then you can also play the Companion. That's kind of a lot to ask for. I kind of doubt they would do that, but we'll go for it. We can also play the Companion and try to hit land. They got to counter this, you'd think. Could have maybe gone for it before combat and then dropped the Audacity. That would have been a little bit better sequencing. We could do it now just for to get it down. Mono blue stuck on land. This is like a birthday present to me. All right, we'll play around the first copy of Make Disappear. I would prefer for this to resolve over the next Weaver. We could actually take the card draw off the Weaver copy. Don't know if that's worth it or not. They march you, so we can't get the copy anyway. Take the draw. More land is fine. Drop the next Weaver. Alright, well, we've had an incredibly lucky game against Mono Blue so far. See if we can finish it out. They play a Terror for cheap. Very expensive. We can either go Flyers or Dig. We can do both this turn. We'll start with a Dig. Michiko's good enough. Play out Catilda. We can actually offer this trade, which is funny. To take it, give us the draw. Resolve. Okay. Double Michiko. They know we have Circle, so they probably will not tap out for a Djinn. Here comes a Terror, though. It's fine. I think we go Kami plus Michiko. Copy the Michiko. There's no stick here at all, so we can actually just put it all on many creatures do we have? Maybe we give him the companion here. Okay. See if they want to trade again. They do. Take 8. Spend their entire... I mean, they've had a slow game, to be fair. So now they need to go land March or land Fading Hope. Land Terror. I feel like that doesn't do it here. Yeah. This time we just put it all on the flyer and copy it. That should probably be a game. Pretty nice hand here. No one drop really, but we can go Naturalist on 2, which is always a welcome sight. And it's Soldiers. What do you know? Ah, we hit that nice 1 drop. Go ahead and drop, yeah, they're not going to have any enchantments, right? Do they? No, I don't think so. Get the Visitor down. Save 1 point of life off the brushland. I don't think we need Bosichu against them. Alia. Joy to the World. No blocks here. Alright, get that next land down now. Probably going to go discount here on the enchantments. Seems reasonable. Could also get the Kami down early. Alright, we're not going to have good blocks for another turn, though. No blocks. Or no attacks either. See if we can outscale them as soon as next turn. Lay down arms. Okay, discount is gone. Survivor of Corliss, little 1/1 first striker coming in. No blocks here. Continue to take 4. Down to 16. Hitting land. Tilda's not really big enough yet. Could go Weaver next turn, copy Audacity. Is that even good? Well, it's time to play an enchantment anyway, because I'd like to make the Visitor a 3/3. That means they have to have an answer, otherwise they're brickwalled this turn. So we'll play the Weaver here, no attacks. And see if they have a Siege Veteran or Brutal Cathar. Nope. Corliss first. What's that last card? Recruitment Officer. Alright. Successfully brickwalled them. So now it's just a matter of outscaling them and giving trample before they can hit their Cathars. Catilda will be good as a lifelink flyer as soon as next turn. Doesn't fit into our curve super well. We could start with a... I think we go Kami Companion this turn. Could also take the draw. Let's go Kami Companion. If we had one more land, we could copy the Companion Enter the Battlefield draw effect. But I don't think we'll need that. I think we're just going to size up. And try to get a nice flying Catilda over. Alright, there's the 5th land. Still no attacks here. The top deck wars begin. Can they just draw into straight up removal for the rest of the game? Okay, that lets them dig for a Cathar. They hit a Veteran, which doesn't outsize us, but is interesting. More land for us. I don't think we actually need to take any pain land damage. Maybe it's fine. We drop Catilda this turn. I think we save Audacity to copy next turn. We could definitely send the Kami in there, start trading resources. They trade off Athalia and a Recruitment Officer. And we get it back. I think that's fine, actually. I'm putting it here, which is a little bit weird. But this means if they kill it, the enchantment goes to the graveyard. So I think we get it back anyway. So let's just swing like that. They eat it all, drop to 12. We have a 6/6 lifelink blocker and a 3/3 blocker. Okay, that brings everyone up a little bit. That last card's a Brutal Cathar. Will actually take some damage this turn. We might be able to swing back for lethal. Looks like not. They take the draw. We have a nice Catilda swing in the air and a nice Kami swing on the ground. Borrowed time. Can't complain about that. We can take 2 things here. Probably take the Veteran first and then the Thalia. Put it on the trample. I guess it doesn't matter, really. Put it here. Alright, we should see a scoop here. But they might not. Yeah, we'll take Thalia, I guess. Cool. Very close to lethal. We could probably just send the entire squad. Math is for blockers. Trade there. Lethal presented. Lethal still presented. I think that's lethal. Good game. When it goes first, no one drop, but otherwise pretty solid. Usually could have a nice naturalist rampy turn. Ooh, little commune action on one. Pretty good on land, but that's all we get. I mean, we could take Bosiju, I guess, in case we really want to deal with a, I think we just take the extra white mana source. Bosiju can deal with a Bank Buster, but I don't know. Opponent does nothing. They have blue open. They could run out a counter here. If that's the case, we prefer for the Kami to be countered. See if they want to make disappear this or pick it off with some kind of removal. It is disappeared. That's okay. Could go Naturalist plus Companion this coming turn. Corpse Appraiser. No. Awful, awful Grixis. Alright, so I think this turn is Naturalist plus Weaver. And the next turn we go Copy Borrow Time. Ideally take the Appraiser plus a Sheldred or something. Let's hope they don't pick off the Weaver, because we kind of want that guy to stick around. Ooh, they play right into it. Okay. Lose some life now. But what are we doing? We're going to borrow time. It's Spirited Companion, I guess. Seems fine. Take you. Copy. Copy. Take you. All right. That doesn't feel too bad. Take the draw. Audacity. Probably not Audacity's best matchup. We'll see if we can stick it somewhere through a removal spell. They do have quadruple black, actually, despite their 3-color mana base. So they could invoke Sparrows here. Not sure if they run it. Well, that's not great. I don't even know what that did. Creatures with power 2 or less. So be it. I think we're going to need the card draw. I guess that doesn't even copy the card draw, right? So we just land this now. We'd be copying the +2 effect. I believe. We wouldn't get double copies in the graveyard. Let's sack this enchantment. Okay. Woof. Let's pray for a creature here. Land it is. Sitting Duck. Ready to go. Corpse Appraiser at least is not the next Invoke Despair, but they get to dig towards it. This deck is so annoying. Just very powerful. The Corpse Appraiser plus the Fable. Take the draw here if we can. Oh, it's a creature. I mean, not looking good. Let's just see that next Invoke Despair. Bankbuster also bad. So to get out of this, basically takes Miracle. There's just too much value. We had to come out of the blocks racing. No blocks. About ready to scoop. Yep, lose another life here. They have stick. Yeah, we're done. We're done.